Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, let's get started. So a week ago, if you would have asked me, hey, I'm thinking about picking up an Arturia Microfreak, do you think I should get one? I would have responded by asking you some qualifying questions and then probably saying yes. I think it's a fantastic synth, and probably the best synth under $300 actually. And again, I probably would have recommended it. However, today, if you were to ask me that same question, should I get an Arturia Microfreak? My response would be, what are you waiting for? Jump on it right now. And that is because Arturia just released firmware version 3.0.6 for the Microfreak, which not only fixes some bugs and a couple glitchy little things, it adds a unison mode in addition to normal and paraphonic mode, and it also adds 3 new oscillator types created by noise engineering. And now the Arturia Microfreak is worth it more than ever. This is the best synthesizer under $300. If you have been on the fence about it until now, just get one. Just please do me a favor and pick one of these up. You will not be disappointed. This thing is nuts. And a huge thank you to Arturia for continuing to pump out firmware updates, adding new oscillator types. There was a vocoder hidden in it the whole time that we didn't know about until just a couple months ago. Now 3 new oscillator types, a new play mode, more bug fixes, and just it shows their dedication to making sure that this synthesizer not only continues to be worth it, but continues to be worth honestly double its price at least. This thing is amazing. So, as some of you probably know, I am a little bit new to synthesizers still. I'm still learning, so I am not very well versed in the terminology and different methods and techniques and sound design like that. I am learning with a lot of you. So if you want to get an in-depth look at this firmware update and a really good read on the new oscillator types in the unison mode, I suggest heading over to Oscillator Sync's YouTube channel. He just posted an awesome video. It's an in-depth walkthrough of all 3 of the new oscillator types, as well as the new unison play mode. He does a really good job at helping you understand what's actually going on under the hood. He has some great sound design tutorials as well for some other synths, some amazing videos on the Korg Volca FM too. So I will link his video on this firmware update in the description below. Check it out. Huge shout out to Oscillator Sync. I love your channel. But I am going to be giving you guys a little rundown here and my first impressions and thoughts on this firmware update. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So they did give us more spots for presets too. How many did we get? All the way up to 384 now, so that was a fun little fix that they added. Let's just pick a random initialized one here. Cool. So the 3 new oscillator types are bass, SAW-X, or SOX, I guess you could call it, and harm. And again, all 3 of those are made by noise engineering. Let's take a listen to some of these. So here's bass. Use the wave knob here, which says it's controlling the saturation. The timbre knob is going to control the fold. And then the shape knob on all 3 of these new oscillators is going to control the amount of noise in there. So there's a lot we can unpack there. Again, I'm not really going to get into it, but I am going to show you guys unison mode real quick. So normally, we got monophonic mode, which is just a standard monophonic synthesizer. And when we press the paraphonic button, we can then play up to 4 notes paraphonically, which means that while we can play up to 4 notes, they all do run through the same filter and envelope. And some of the oscillator types actually only give you 3 notes for that, but you guys get the idea. So now, to get to unison mode, we hold down Shift and press paraphonic, and we can see the paraphonic button's going to flash there. Basically what this is going to do is stack all 4 of those notes onto the same key. So you get this really thick sounding wave. can actually go into the menu and mess with the spacing between those two. So as you guys can hear, there's a slight detune, but you can go in there and mess with that too, which is really cool. And it works on all the oscillator types, and it just really adds a whole nother dimension to this thing. But anyway, you guys are probably here for the new oscillator types and my take on them, so let's continue. We've got socks now. Which is a really, really nice sound there. This is going to be saw mod, so I'm guessing saw modulation. You can fine tune that so it does hit that higher octave. Timbre knob is controlling the shape, which that alone gives this oscillator a lot of versatility. Yeah. And then shape, once again, is going to add noise in there. Awesome. Let's go ahead and listen to it in unison mode. Oh, hear that? There's a lot of sweet spots in there. Cool. So moving on here, the last new oscillator is called Harm, and this one is my favorite by far. So let's listen to this here. The wave knob controls the spread. Which is really cool because, like, in the 40 to 42-ish range, you can get some really nice kind of self-modulating sounds in there. I believe that's the term. That whoa, 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 whoa. I really like that. Timbre knob is going to control what it calls rectify. I don't really know what that is, but it sounds cool. And then shape is once again noise. So yeah, this one is my favorite. It just sounds really nice and clean. It kind of gives me like some Styx vibes a little bit. And it sounds even cooler in unison mode. Yeah, good stuff. So that's just kind of a brief demo of the sounds, but the way I want to close this video is by talking about why commitment to gear is so important in my opinion. And I'm not just talking about our commitment to the gear, no, I'm talking about a manufacturer's commitment to their gear. So in this case, Arturia. We've also seen this with, Teenage Engineering and the OPZ, Novation with the Circuit. Pieces of gear that maybe when they came out and were released were not the most complete thing, although one would argue that the Microfreak was already pretty darn good when it came out, have really improved in their usefulness and their overall value after the fact by companies continuously updating. I think that is so important. And it really shows, to me anyway, that a manufacturer cares about its consumer base. and wants us to, not only feel good with our purchase, but to continue to feel good with our purchase. There was no reason that Arturia needed to put out another firmware update. They could have made a whole new Microfreak and made us buy it, and we probably would have. Let's be honest, it's a great synth. But the fact that they were able to just put this on the same base model Microfreak, and this also is available, of course, on the brand new white one with the vocoder mic. But the base model Microfreak that came out, almost 2 years ago now, I think, got this upgrade as well. And to me, that just shows that Arturia, was thinking of us. And that means a whole lot. When Teenage Engineering released the OPZ, they told us a sampling update was coming. They did give us that eventually, which was really cool, but they continued to add other little fixes, and a lot of those fixes were requests from us, from the end user. And same thing with like the Novation circuit. I don't own one. They're very hard to find right now because hopefully we're getting a new model, or 2 new models, I guess is the rumor, very soon. But from what I understand, that came out like 5 years ago and was very, very bare bones. But now, if you can get your hands on one, there is quite a bit of functionality that was added after release. To me, that just really strikes a positive chord. Some people might argue that, we'll just put that functionality in there from the beginning. But so many companies, if they think of a good idea for a product that they've already released, would just release a new product and just make everybody buy it again. So, hats off to Arturia, hats off to Novation, Teenage Engineering, any other company that's out there continuing to update their gear. I think that's just the coolest thing, and it really does, in my opinion, help us believe that you're on our side rather than just the side of money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that if you do own a Microfreak, go plug it into your computer, use that MIDI Control Center software, and upgrade your firmware. You're going to have a blast. I can't wait to sit down and just start playing with this. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.